The story begins when the world they live in has now been destroyed. The world has been destroyed by monsters. These monsters appeared from a dimensional portal. As a result, humans have to fight against monsters in order to survive. And he has to live his daily life like that as long as he lives. Wherever he stands, there will always be a monster. It is unimaginable how tired he is of living his life. Every day, all he does is fight various monsters. It didn't feel like it had been a month since he had lived his life like that. Until finally it was a year that he kept doing that. Even 10 years have passed and nothing has changed. So great, he can fight any monster with just one sword. He never felt afraid. Until one of the strong monsters came. This monster had a very large body. Its eyes were glowing red, looked at him with anger. Here we can see that this monster only has one eye, and the other eye seems to be closed, reminding us of that person. While staring sharply, this monster says that the world he knows is now gone. In this person's heart, he said, the entity that caused this chaos finally appeared. While looking at the person, the monster said that this person was very talented, which was a shame. This person could even be his sword. Filled with anger, this person replied to his words not to joke. After what he had experienced so far, his anger suddenly overflowed. At the same time, this person started launching attacks towards the monster. This person jumped as high as he could while raising his sword with both hands. Very quickly this person attacked, with the monster's large body. Of course the monster was not able to avoid his attack. The man managed to launch his attack. The attack managed to hit the fingers of the monster's hand. The monster felt a little surprised. It turned out that the person's attack had managed to hit him. After his attack hit the monster, he immediately turned around to continue his attack again. Unexpectedly, there was something that made his face so shocked. The strong monster was about to launch a counterattack, and his attack was no joke. He put all his strength into the attack. Fight with all your might, to me. You are just a small insect. The monitor's very strong attack hit the person, and the effect of the attack was such that the person was thrown to the ground. The effect was so powerful, it made the person bleed from his mouth. After he was hit, the person's reflex was to immediately move back as fast as possible. After he felt he was far enough, he quickly launched himself to attack the monster again. After almost a moment his attack hit the monster calmly read the man's movements. After knowing the person's movement, with full strength, the monster swiftly raised one of his hands. Without being able to avoid it, the monster's attack managed to hit the person until the person hit the ground again. This was the second time the person had received a powerful attack from the monster, and because of that, the person's spirit was burning. Besides that, the person was also very curious as to why the monster was so powerful, that he had already received devastating attacks from the monster. While enduring the pain, the person began to observe the monster, and something made him understand. He saw that the monster was wearing an item in the form of a necklace decorated with gems. Now he knows where to direct his attacks. With all his remaining strength, he focused on attacking the necklace, hoping that after that the monster would weaken. There the monster raised the sword he was holding, intending to attack the person again, but the person did the same thing. But this time the man would do something different. He planned to attack the monster by throwing his sword with all his might. This time the attack must have a big impact on the monster. The attack had been launched. The sword shot out very fast, so fast that the effect of the attack made the surrounding area dusty. The attack hit the monster hard. The effect of the attack made a hole in the monster's chest. What he's after is not just his heart, but he also targeted the necklace around her neck. This time the necklace was also destroyed. The monster's red eyes were so wide, as if he couldn't believe what he was experiencing. "You bastard," the monster shouted. But the person did not respond to the monster's words. He just kept quiet and lowered his head, using all his remaining energy to launch the final attack. Now the monster's necklace is completely destroyed and will disappear. The monster also realized that he too would soon be destroyed. "No," he said it very loudly and thunderously. Which in the end the monster began to realize its situation. At the same time the monster's body began to disintegrate and slowly fading away. This time the fight was won by the person like the previous fights. But this fight was very different, to the point where the person felt how tired he was. The impact of the fight had made his whole body feel like it was going to die. Blood was pouring out everywhere. While looking up at the sky, This man is grateful that he can still enjoy the beauty of the sky at night. Then the scene changes. You can see someone wearing black sandals, wearing a white shirt, black shorts. This person looks nerdy, but don't be surprised because this person is our MC, or main character. Near our MC, there is an alarm. It is an alarm that is near Namsen Gate. A gate can actually connect a player into a dungeon. There is a notice board there. If the Namsen Gate is rank C, your rank must be at least C rank, and entry requires 3 players. Passage of civilians is prohibited. Civilians who are not heroes, please refrain from entering. Not without reason. The player was there because he wanted to enter the dungeon, a dungeon located in Namsen, Yongsan District, Seoul, Korea. Without permission, without looking right or left, the person immediately destroyed the barrier in the form of an iron fence. So because of that incident, the alarm there sounded. A notification appears if someone who is not registered forces their way into the gate. Hearing the announcement, he could only be stunned. Then he immediately entered the gate. Trying to understand the situation around the dungeon, he decided to look around the area first. When he was walking, he heard someone calling him. Then he turned in the direction of the person calling him. He saw that there were 4 soldiers carrying complete weapons. Maybe they were here on a mission or just on patrol. They asked if he was lost here. They don't know what has happened to the person, but they will help the person as much as they can, and to come with them immediately. But this person's expression was just staring at them without giving any response. Then the girl and the bald man spoke to his group to pay attention to the young man, from the clothes he was wearing. He didn't seem like a hero like them. The bald man continued his speech, that he knew porters wear all kinds of stuff these days, but after seeing what the young man was wearing, he was sure that the young man was not one of them. Look at the bag he is wearing. It is not like the one he should be wearing. Even this young man came to the dungeon only wearing ordinary sandals. This young man's appearance looks like he is just going on vacation. This person also understands what they are saying, but the problem is that this person has just set foot in the dungeon. He has just arrived and is already being told to go home. That's not fun, he said. This guy told his friend to just let him roam around the dungeon, because no matter what he said he wouldn't listen, and maybe he will ignore them, he said. Then this man said that he had seen this kind of person before, and he also knew what he was thinking when he entered the gate. But trying to hunt inside a gate just from what you saw on TV or the internet is suicide. First, get an official hero license and pass the training and test. Also, this Namsen Gate is rank C. If you want to start, try an F rank gate first. With an innocent face, this guy said that I know exactly what you means, but I'm not really thankful. Hearing what he just said, they immediately fell silent and were a little annoyed. The bald man was very annoyed with the man and wanted to teach him a lesson, but his leader stopped what the bald man wanted to do. Then the young man left them. The leader also spoke to let the young man go. If he's the kind of guy who brushes off sincere advice like that, then he'll have to learn through experience that a gate is nothing like what you see on TV or the internet. After our main character had walked quite far, he suddenly stopped. He felt like someone was watching him. Sure enough, there was a large orc monster there looking at him. The orc had 2 horns and its 2 long fangs. Very big body size. After they stared at each other, and that made the orc intimidated, he let out his breath, gritting his teeth, as if he had found his target. Seeing that the MC had been targeted by the orc, he didn't stay silent. He put down his bag, preparing to face the orc. Without warning, the orc started attacking, but for the MC, avoiding the orc's attack was not difficult. He avoided the orc's attack to the side. While avoiding, the MC also had time to think. It's been 10 years since he faced various monsters, even one stronger than this orc. Seeing that his attack didn't hit the MC, the orc was immediately shocked. Meanwhile, the MC was also ready to retaliate using only his punches. Seeing the orc's huge body makes it very easy for the MC to launch his attacks. The blow hit the orc heavily. This is crazy. His head was crushed by the MC's punch, and it indicates that the MC won the fight. The orc with a big body was defeated with just 1 hit. This shows how weak the orc is, or how very strong the MC is.